Yeah. So, how can KIPROD Risk Management Services Limited be able to support and help the lending industry? At KIPROD, we conduct anti-money laundering audits and reviews. Now, this is very, very important in ensuring that the financial institutions, are compliant with the regulatory environment and internal policies. Now, the objective of the audits is to identify the potential vulnerabilities of AML, and so therefore be able to address them before they get into kind of regulatory penalties, reputation risk, and other financial losses. So the first thing that we do is to establish what we call a risk-based approach. That is the first thing that we do, and this establishes and considers the nature, the size, and complexity of the financial institution. All right, so that we can be able to establish the areas, the particular areas in terms of transaction monitoring, in terms of politically exposed persons and very high risk jurisdictions. So we can be able to establish this on that basis. Now, the second thing we do is to review the AM policies and procedures. Yeah, so therefore, we need to see that the procedures really align with the regulatory requirements and industry practices. That's what we do in terms of this aspect, to see the adequacy of the policies and, of course, identifying and managing AML risks as effectively as is possible in terms of execution. Now, the third thing, the two things that are really important is this what we call the CDD, that is the customer due diligence requirements. Now, these are important so that the lender can be able to look at what are the requirements of the CDD, including the aspects of verification and customer identification information and ongoing monitoring activity of the customer. And the other one is being able to evaluate the effectiveness of transaction monitoring. All right. So the systems should be able to process and monitor the transactions so that they can be able to ensure that they are designed to be able to detect suspicious transactions. And then, of course, we want to look at after this we look at the assessment of the training awareness of the employees, the staff training awareness. This is very significant because employees play a crucial role within the institution, and so therefore we want to see whether they are aware. The awareness programs, are they effective, and how are they managing to counter money laundering, and what is the employee responsibilities? Do they understand the responsibilities and this kind of thing? Yeah. So then we need then to assess the effectiveness of AML governance, and this will go to senior management in terms of what are their responsibilities, the director's responsibilities, and how do they how the audit or review should be able to evaluate the effectiveness and the governance framework structures of the institution. So therefore, what we're saying is that we can be able to do these 4 or 5 steps, process, so that we can support the lending industry to be able to, for example, now that we have been grey listed, to support the country in being able to get out of the grey list as fast as is possible. Yeah, maybe in the next 1 or 2 years.